check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DKWILL. This is DKWILL Talk About It. I'm going to ask you, hey, watch the video till it's over. Don't forget to smash the like button. And on your way out, make sure you subscribe. Even hit the bell and notifications so you'll know when I put another video out. I don't promise a video every day, but I promise when I make one, I have something to say. Because see, this is DKWILL Talk About It.
Beam me up, Mr. Spark. Beam me up. Lock on transporters. Beam us up. Beam us up, quickly. Beam us up home. Beam us up.
Prepare to beam us up, Mr. Scott. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
Prepare to beam us up. Mr. Scott, prepare to beam us up. Have Scotty beam us up. Beam us up. Beam us up. Scotty, beam us up fast.
Captain Kirk and Dr. Spock are not the only ones waiting for Scotty to beam them up. Here at XRP, we're waiting to get beamed up too, aren't we? Hi, I'm DKWILL. This is DKWILL Talk About It. And let's talk about that teleportation, because this article here from the Bitcoinist says that XRP price is set to teleport as major financial players tap in. Opportunity window closing fast. Now, I'll agree that the opportunity window is closing fast. I do have a sense of urgency that I can't explain. And if you'll go backwards and look at some of my prior videos, you'll see that I've been urging folks to get on board before it's too late, because I do believe the time will come too late. But this article speaks about that. It says the XRP price is already looking at a rapid move after the market decline that rocked the altcoin in the last few days. This comes amid expectations of a spot XRP ETF, and that's really what we're looking for. A spot ETF, not these futures ETFs. With a spot ETF, they actually have to own the XRP. And that need to own the XRP may very well be contributing to this churning price action that we've been seeing here. Every now and then it goes up and down, but you'll see it's designed to trap the longs and trap the puts and trap those who are trying to margin call and add liquidity while the institutions are gathering their supply of XRP. Because later on, I'll show you a clip from a prior video that shows there is a deadline set for these spot ETFs, and there's a difference between these spot and futures ETFs. Now, for instance, let me go here and show you what it says. It's AI response. It says a spot ETF, or a spot exchange traded fund, is an investment fund that tracks the price of an underlying asset, such as cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP, by holding the actual asset itself. Unlike futures-based ETFs, which track the price of futures contracts, spot ETFs provide direct exposure to the price of the underlying asset. And so when we look forward to the price action of XRP and this anticipated approval by the Securities and Exchange Commission, we know that the institutions that will be offering these ETFs are not going to be offering it high and selling it low. They're not going to come out losing money. And so before this teleportation, that we're looking to happen, they are accumulating their XRP. So what are we to do ahead of this rally? Let's continue the thought. As well as a move by Ripple to sweep in and take a bite out of Swift's market share. We've talked about that a lot on this channel, and that's a very promising outcome from the perspective of not only utility and adoption on a global scale, but price. As one analyst puts it, the altcoin is already set for a takeoff. The only thing left now is for it to trigger a face-melting rally. It goes on to say that the real XRP move is yet to come. You'll see this related reading here. Expect a biblical move off this formation, analyst tells XRP investors. That's Van Winkle, Ripple Van Winkle. I've watched his videos, and they're very interesting as well. He mentioned that the likes of BlackRock, Fidelity, and PNC, among others, are already circling, especially as XRP ETFs become more popular over time. These trillion-dollar players are expected to possibly jump on the bandwagon once XRP begins receiving ETF approvals from the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, I did a video on that as well, The Security and Exchange Commission gave a timeline when they're going to approve not just XRP ETFs, but a whole bunch of ETF applications that are in, and that I believe it was going to be approved in October. I'll put the card for that video up in the corner, but I think we're going to take just a brief look at a part of that video. On the other hand, when it comes to the reality of the filing for the Grayscale and others, like I mentioned, Grayscale and others, it says with the regulator, meaning the SEC, has previously acknowledged several applications for crypto-focused ETFs, including Solana, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. And this latest acknowledgement is significant because it's the XRP. But as we read down, we can see right here, read up first. The Securities and Exchange Commission has set itself a deadline for a decision on whether it will allow an exchange-traded fund tracking the price of XRP. What is the timeline they have set? Well, it's down here. All of these applications that I just referenced up here, and all of these applications, the current outstanding ETF applications will receive a decision in October. And that discussion about the SEC's self-imposed deadline was from a video, What the XRP ETF is Going On. I did that back February 16th of this year, 2025. I'll put the card up in the upper right-hand corner. So like it says here, the real XRP move is yet to come. And let's keep in mind that the phraseology here, teleport. I absolutely agree that it's going to teleport. It's going to move so fast that if you're not there, you're not going to be there because it's going to price you out. It's not going to stay the same. It says ahead of this expected move, Van Winkle has urged investors to hang tight. I urge you to keep your gorilla grip. And if you get rid of any, don't cross the 10% line, 10, 20% line. 20 is pushing it, but 10% line just to get your money out. But if you want to be patient and wait for the teleportation, just keep your gorilla grip on all of it. That's okay too. Because this article here from yesterday, Sunday, the 27th, shows that Ripple's patent positions XRP as a SWIFT alternative. We've talked about SWIFT. There's SWIFT, there's ETFs. Ripple is making gigantic moves behind the scene. They are setting up an infrastructure, a net around this globe that when it happens, it's just going to happen for faster cross-border transactions. But what I'd like you to focus on is where it says recently disclosed European patent has sparked renewed interest in XRP's potential to redefine global financial infrastructure. That's exactly what they're doing. But here's what I want to tie it in. I'm not going to read the article. The links will be in the description. Keep this in mind. Look at the timing of this patent and this deal. EU and US agree on a trade deal. The movement of money and products across borders without delay. I'm not going to read the story. The point is the headline. What actually occurred is the trade deal was announced, interestingly enough, at the same time, around the same time, as Ripple having a SWIFT alternative with the EU. And remember back when they announced recently that an unprecedented U.S.-Japan strategic trade. I've covered the fact that they said that 100% of the banks would be using it at the turn of this year, 2025. It turned out to be 80%, but now it's been ramped up. How do I know it's been ramped up? Well, because there's another article from June 10th. XRP News Today, Ripple gains in Japan whilst SEC filing looms. In other words, the SEC filing's in their back pocket. They've been taking a deeper step in Japan. So when you tie all these things in, the only thing left really is for XRP price to teleport. Now, that's all I got to talk about. This is DK Will Talk About It, and I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Stand by to beam us up.
Scotty, beam me up.
Beam me up. Beam us up now!
Stand by to beam us up.
No need to beam me up, sir. The situation is under control.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.